Whether you want to get mountain-like bicep peaks or you simply want your arms to fill out your t-shirts, every one of your arm workouts needs to be maximizing three things: mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscular damage. Research shows us that these are the three key factors that lead to optimal growth for any muscle in your body. And to really simplify things, mechanical tension can be defined as that stretching force that you place your muscles under when you contract them against resistance. Metabolic stress can be associated with that pump or that burning sensation that you get when your muscles become exhausted. And muscular damage is exactly what it sounds like. It's essentially breaking down muscle fibers so they could repair themselves and come back stronger and bigger. Working on increasing all three will, without a shadow of a doubt, help you grow your arms faster. So today I want to give you 5 simple tricks that I've learned over the years that you could incorporate into your arm workouts to really maximize these 3 key factors for growth. And the first one is a special kind of superset that'll allow you to use heavy weight and high reps within one continuous set, helping you create a lot of tension and a big pump in the muscles that you're targeting. To set it up for your starting set, you'll want to use a heavy weight that you can't complete more than 8 to 10 reps with. Then right after completing that set, without taking a break, you'll immediately want to move to another exercise that targets that same muscle, but you should be using a much lighter weight this time because you'll be aiming to get 15 to 20 reps on this superset. So to give you an example of one of my favorite ways to set this up for biceps would be by simply performing close grip easy bar curls for 10 reps with a heavy weight and then immediately switching to a wide grip with a lighter weight for 20 reps. Another example for biceps would be to do close grip barbell curls with a heavy weight for 10 reps and then switch over to wide grip easy bar preacher curls with a lighter weight for 20 reps. For triceps, a good example would be to start with skull crushers for your heavy 10 reps and then switch to tricep rope pushdowns for 20 reps. Within the same framework of doing back-to-back sets for more reps, you can also do drop sets instead of supersets. With drop sets, you would start an exercise like barbell bicep curls with the bar loaded up with, let's say, 3 10-pound plates on each side. You would then aim to squeeze out 10 reps on your first set and then immediately drop a 10-pound plate off of each side before performing another set without a break. You can also drop another 10 off of each side after your second set for a triple drop set. Now, if you've never tried drop sets or supersets like this before, you're going to be absolutely blown away at just how much tension and how much of a pump you'll feel in your arms. So I recommend that you save this for later on in your workout because your arms will definitely be exhausted afterwards. Now, the second tip that I want to go over, which should have really been the first, is to work on getting your arms stronger in general. And one of the best ways to get stronger is to progressively use heavier weight for your arm exercises. If you continuously use the same weight load, you'll initially get results, but you'll quickly plateau because your body will adapt to that weight load. Increasing the amount of weight that you're lifting directly increases mechanical tension. It'll also usually cause more metabolic stress as long as you're not taking crazy long breaks, and it'll definitely lead to more muscular damage. Now, one simple way that you can get stronger faster is by sticking within an upper and a lower limit to your rep range. So let's say that I set that to 8 to 10 reps. Once you can lift a certain amount of weight on an exercise like barbell bicep curls for 10 reps, that means that you've reached the upper limit and it's time to increase the weight you're using. If you were to up that weight by 2.5 pounds on each side and you were still able to get 9 reps, that means that you could increase it even further. So if you increase it by 5 pounds on each side and you notice that you can barely squeeze out those 8 reps, then that's perfect. Now your new goal is to work over time on increasing back to 9 or 10 reps with that heavier weight load. Always increasing the weight and putting yourself back at the bottom of your rep range is a solid, simple strategy that I used for years to get my arms stronger. Now, another thing you can do is alternate your rep ranges every workout. So one arm workout, you might go for a lower rep range where you would only aim for 5 reps. This would allow you to lift much heavier than usual. Then the next workout, you'll do 10 reps of a moderately heavy weight. And on the following workout, it could be 15 to 20 reps of a much lighter weight for all your exercises. Keep in mind, even when I say lighter weight, the weight load you select should always feel heavy based on the rep range that you're going for. It should never feel easy, guys. But mixing up your rep ranges like this is another proven strategy that'll allow you to get stronger and add size faster. Moving on, the next trick that'll help you speed up growth is to switch up your exercises about every 4 to 6 weeks. And when selecting your new exercises, you'll want to think about working your arms from different angles. It's important to switch up your exercises because not only will you prevent overuse injuries, but you'll also prevent your muscles from adapting and your results from starting to slow down. It's also important that you're switching up the angles of those exercises because there are multiple parts of your biceps and triceps that you want to target and break down during your workouts. For example, your bicep has two heads, the long head on the outside of your arm and the short head on the inside. Your tricep has three heads, the lateral head on the outside, the medial head in the middle, and the long head on the inside. Since you might want to work on specific things like increasing your bicep peak or making your triceps thicker, it's important to work all the heads of both the biceps and the triceps. So when switching angles for something like bicep curls, you might have your hands closer together to hit the outer long head better, or you might have them further apart to work more of the inner head. You can also have your elbows behind your body with exercises like incline dumbbell curls, which will stretch the long head of the bicep and overload the bicep peak. And you can have the elbows in front of your body with something like preacher curls to concentrate more on the short head and overload the bottom part of your bicep where it attaches to your elbow. Preacher curls are especially good to incorporate because not only do they offer a different angle, but they also help eliminate momentum, putting more tension on your biceps in general. With the cables, you have even more unique angles, including the high cable curl, where you would again target more of the inner head, helping you add thickness to your biceps. Another one is the cable preacher curl, where you would squat down and put your elbows over your knees instead of over a pad, and then you would perform the exercise just like regular preacher curls. The main difference with this one though is that you'll keep constant tension on your biceps the whole time, even after you've lifted the weight all the way up. For triceps, you could perform exercises like cable tricep pushdowns in front of your body to target the lateral head of your triceps. And you can also turn around and do these behind your head to target more of the long head instead. Or you could flip your hands so that your palms are facing up and do reverse pushdowns to target more of the medial head. Another thing you could do to target more of that medial head is simply switch from using a bar to using a rope for pushdowns. With dumbbells, you can also do tricep kickbacks as well as overhead tricep extensions to target more of that long head. And the list can go on and on. The point is, make sure you switch up your exercises and you're working your arms from different angles to maximize growth over time. The next trick to speed up arm growth is to increase volume. And I've already given you guys one way to do that. Volume is a combination of the total amount of sets times reps times weight load used. So upping the weight that you're using will definitely increase volume. But besides doing that, you can also increase the number of sets and reps that you perform per workout. An easy way to add more sets and reps is by incorporating supersets and dropsets like I talked about earlier. You can also do things like 21s, where you would curl a weight by coming only halfway down for 7 reps, then curl the weight only halfway up for 7 reps, and then curl the weight all the way up and down for the last 7 reps. Doing this for multiple sets will definitely increase your total rep count, which will also increase volume. But keep in mind that the triceps and the biceps are relatively small muscles and they can definitely be overtrained, which will limit your results and it can even potentially lead to an injury. So another great way to increase volume is just by training your arms more frequently. This can really have a big impact. For example, let's say you're currently working your biceps once a week and you're doing 9 sets during that one workout. You can try to work your way up to 16 sets in one day, but it may be much easier for you to just perform a second bicep workout during the week, as this will easily get you to a total of 18 sets for your biceps just by doing 9 sets on each day. If you're seriously trying to grow your arms, I do recommend that you hit them at least twice every week. Now, the last tip to help you grow your arms is to, of course, do the right thing in the kitchen, because you can have the perfect high volume workout routine that incorporates mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscular damage, but if you're not going to supply those muscles with the proper amounts of the right nutrients, you're not going to grow. In fact, you can even lose size that way. So the first thing you'll want to do if you're serious about growth is maintain a calorie surplus. This is because not eating enough calories will increase your levels of AMPK and cortisol, which will impair muscle growth. Not eating enough will also reduce levels of mTOR and testosterone, which are both essential for muscle growth. Now, you don't want to just eat as much as you can because at some point the extra calories will no longer help you build muscle and will instead be stored as fat. So you'll want to find that sweet spot where you're building muscle while storing the least amount of fat possible. The easiest way to do this is by clicking the link for the macro calculator in the description below. Then enter in your stats and select the hard gainer option at the end. When it loads, you'll be able to see your macros, and one of the most important of these macros to get enough of on a daily basis in order to grow is protein. It's so important because the amino acids found in protein are the building blocks for your muscles. Whenever you maintain a positive protein turnover rate, a muscle grows. However, every time you work out, you'll be breaking down the amino acids within your muscles, which will lead to a negative protein turnover rate unless you replace those amino acids by consuming more protein. Now with carbs and fats, I like to go higher on carbs because they provide me more of that energy and the strength that I need that helps with lifting heavier during my workouts. However, you can decrease your carbs and substitute them with fats if you prefer more fats in your diet. One last thing that I want to mention is that even though I worked very hard on making this calculator as accurate as possible, there is no formula out there that'll be perfect. Regardless of what calculator or formula you use, you'll have to adjust based on how your body responds. The best way to do that is to aim to gain about 0.5% to 1.5% of your body weight every week. If you fail to gain at least 0.5% of your body weight per week, bump up your daily carb and fat intake by 200 to 300 calories. If, on the other hand, your body weight increases more than 1.5% from the prior week, then reduce your carbs or fats by 200 to 300 calories per day. Staying within 0.5% and 1.5% of weight gain week to week will always keep you on track for building muscle without storing much fat at all. That's about it, guys. I really hope this video has helped you out. If it has, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon. Also, if you want to take the next step and you want to get a scientifically proven solution for building the maximum amount of muscle in the next 12 weeks without all the fat gain that's typically associated with other bulking programs, then head on over to my website and check out my lean bulking program. Not only will this program lay out exactly what you should be eating for the next 12 weeks as your metabolism adapts and changes, but it'll also teach you the advanced training concepts like undulating periodization, reverse pyramid training, and much, much more to help you break through plateaus, get stronger, and build more muscle. As with our other programs, there'll be a full video exercise library and there'll be a coach to help guide you through the entire program and through the whole process and answer any questions that might come up. To find out more, you can click the link in the description below, or if you want more personalized one-on-one help, you could visit my website directly at gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.